Hello, beautiful people, my beautiful loves, my subscribers. I just want to say how much I love you and thank you for clicking on this video. Side note, I'm so sorry that I haven't posted in a month. I definitely have been in introspective mode recently. You know when like life just kind of humbles you and you have to like navigate it and like truly just see it for yourself and like go through it and process it. That's where I'm at now, but that's not what I wanted to talk about today. I want to talk to the people that struggle in hard conversations, that struggle with validating other people's feelings and not knowing what to say, because I know a lot of people feel that way, and I know a lot of people, like, you know, someone can be in a situation, they're like crying and like someone just stands there, they don't know how to comfort them. I think like for people that are that way, which there's nothing, like, I'm not judging anyone that is that way, I'm just putting it out there that like being comforting and being reassuring towards people is like how a connection can grow, and like how a connection with yourself can grow too, because if you know how to comfort other people and like be there for them and like reassure them that their feelings are valid, your relationship with yourself is going to flourish because you're going to be able to see so many different parts of yourself. I also think that a lot of people, everybody grows up differently, everyone is different, and so I think a lot of people that don't know how to like reassure people of certain things or just like validate their feelings grew up differently, and that's okay. Like maybe they didn't get that as a child, maybe your parents were emotionally unavailable, and I'm going to be completely honest, like that does do something to someone, that does like make you kind of take a step back and not know how to deal with emotional things. And I'm a very emotional person, so in situations like that, it's my nature to gravitate towards helping people, towards listening to them, understanding them, and wanting to be there for them. Like that's like something that God put in me that I'm just so grateful for, and I know that God is using me to reach those people and to help them and to get people outside of their emotional comfort zone, because it's real. It's hard when you don't know what to say. I want to tell you that I'm really big on like putting yourself first, but sometimes you can't be selfish. You have to be there for people. Jesus always talks about that too. Help your neighbor and like spread that love, you know? When you're in a situation where you don't know how to comfort someone, the most you can do is like listen. I'm a listener. Oh my gosh, I love listening to people. I could listen to you for hours because I want to understand everything about you. I want to know what happened, why are you the way you are. I want to know everything about you. And that's just like how I am. The first step, like learning how to listen. Who listens is who understands, because they're making the conscious effort to listen and they're able to bring out a different perspective for you. I really think it's so beautiful to have like different perspectives, asking different people, telling people how you feel for different perspectives. And when you're in a situation where you don't know how to comfort someone, I think it just really brings it back to you. Why do you feel like you can't comfort people? What has happened that has made you feel less than, that your emotions aren't worthy, that your emotions aren't valid, that you can't even express them? Ask yourself those questions, write them down. I've dealt with a lot of anxiously and avoidant people. I myself am aware that I'm anxiously attached. And it's hard when someone is anxiously attached and then there's someone avoidant. Oh my gosh, it's the hardest thing ever. Whatever you went through as a child, whatever upbringing you had, was for a reason. It was literally to make you who you are. Everything you go through is to develop you and make you who you are. Everything I've gone through like made me who I am. When you think about your childhood, and if there's trauma, like take that in, feel it. Like I think the first step to be able to like help other people is like feeling your own emotions, and don't ever shy away from them. There's so many things that go into it, this, because if you don't know how to feel your emotions, you just suppress them. You don't even acknowledge them. I think you just really need to dig deep into yourself and like really ask yourself these questions, have these hard conversations with yourself, and try to be more empathetic to people. You saw this TikTok and it was like, you don't owe anyone anything, which I understand that, and I've always thought that, but like right now I have a perspective of like, you owe people empathy, you owe people common decency. You being empathetic towards a situation is the reassurance that that other person is gonna need. Like being able to dive into what that person is telling you, knowing that like it's such a beautiful thing to get vulnerable and to be able to be in that situation. They're coming to you. I don't think people realize like how much people go through. Like if you're not struggling with one thing, the person right next to you probably is. Everyone goes through shit. Like everyone goes through stuff. I just talked to one of my best friends and I was kind of telling her like what I've been going through, and she was like, we are all flawed perfectly. And I think that is so true. We are all flawed perfectly. Why are you looking at me? I don't like when people look at me. Let me lock my doors. Something that I have like learned and just naturally like, I'm just naturally not good at, but like I just know how to do it because that's all I ever want, is reassurance. Like I love reassuring people, gaining that skill of like learning that whatever someone is going through and like listening to them and understanding what they felt and like putting yourself in their shoes. Like you literally have to imagine like you're in their shoes, and sometimes it's hard because you're really never going to truly understand because you're not in their shoes. Reassurance, I really think, is a love language. Validating people's feelings, so important. That's how I've grown closest to people, is by validating their feelings and like just listening and having deep conversations and not it just being surface level. There's people that have gone through things that they have not told a soul about. Be that person where they can open up to you, reassure them, feel what they feel, show them love, tell them it's okay. Never judge anyone. That's something that I feel like the Bible like really talks about, is like not judging people, and like that's something that I've really learned. And like someone could tell me anything and I'm not going to judge them. How can I judge other people when I am sinning every single day? We sin every single day. We have no right to judge anyone for anything, especially when it comes to emotional things and things they have gone through or done. If someone has done something like crazy, like I'm not going to judge them. I'm gonna hear them out, hear people out. You don't know what people are going through, and I think people just need to be better about reassurance and being better about like validating people's feelings. And the emotional part of friendships, that is what makes a friendship. That's what makes it so deep. I feel like there's different friendships, like they're all meant for different reasons, but something to like grow that friendship is like the emotional part, those conversations every single day that lead you into emotional growth. If I could see you right now and you were right next to me, I would want to listen to your story. I would want to know everything about you. I want to know, why are you the way you are in such a loving way? Like I love to love people, and I just want people to be more loving, and I want people to know that like it's emotional, like the spiritual veil is thin. It's a curtain. It's so thin. Like everything around us is spiritual. There's so many things I could go into, like there's so many different perspectives I have, but one thing I do believe in is that no matter what I'm going through, I'm grateful to be alive, and I know everything is spiritual. Everything has its underlying meaning to it. Like you have to go through, you watching this video right now is like such an underlying thing that leads into so many things. Like it really does. Like the fact that you are watching me, I don't even know you, I've never met you. A lot of these people that I'm so grateful for you, and I hope you know that there's so much introspection to do, there's so much love to give out, there's so much. And like it's just so beautiful because we go through all of these experiences. And like recently I've been like more so like going out and getting outside of my comfort zone, like being more with people. And like when I'm with my friends, like people think it's like dumb. Oh, like you're gonna go hang out with these boys, like it's so dumb, it's so stupid, like that. Like that's how my dad views it, which is so valid. Dad, like you know best. Like but when we're together, there's always an underlying lesson, and there's always an underlying deep meaning to everything. And I believe that with everyone, even if you don't see it, life is always trying to teach you. Ponder on everything I just said and just really like think like, how can I show up for someone? How can I validate the next person I talk to's feelings? How can I be a better version of myself for someone else, because when you work on yourself, it's best for everyone else around you. Always think of you though. Like, if you're okay, that's all that matters, and never feel guilty for like taking time for yourself. But always remember that someone else is going through something, no matter what. Like, it's just crazy that we're alive, if I'm being honest. Like, it's just insane to me. And I know that everything I go through is for a reason, and sometimes life makes you think you're not exactly where you're supposed to be, but you are. And everything that is happening to you right now is for a reason, and it's so that you can introspect on it, especially during this time in life. Right now, in March, in spring, like, it's evolution. It's literally like process, like feel, introspect. That's gonna be my next video, maybe. I don't know. I went to an air show and I vlogged that, so, and I was also kind of emotional, so I kind of got a little bit of that because I really wanted to talk about it. But yeah, I love you guys so much, and just ponder on everything I said. Thank you for watching me, and just know that I love you so much, and I'm always here for you, and God is with you, and you are beautiful, and you are loving, and there's so many beautiful things everywhere. I love you, and I'm so hungry now, so I'm going to get food, but I love you.